Bitch, I'm in the...
Hey, we're live.
Mark, you got a whole lot of hiccups you got to fix over there, buddy. What happened?
It wasn't live, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name is Brian. With me always,
I'm Mark.
We're going to get it figured out eventually.
Hey, I didn't press live at the time. I fixed it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't get to see, they don't see the, it was just one. Holy
Mark's the little, calm down. Mark's the little Wizard of Oz back there behind that curtain. So you got to watch out for him. Things happen. Hello to everybody in the chatters box. Welcome to a great show tonight. Before we get started, Mark, we have a live show coming up very soon. We have been asking our fans, family, friends, everybody for the Children's Miracle Network donations so that on the 18th of October, we can hand that money over to, the 19th of October, I'm sorry. Live at Walmart in Homosassa, we'll be handing over the funds that you guys help us raise. And do we have a dollar that we're at right now?
We're at $60 as of today.
$60 as of today.
Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I forgot about that last donation. We're up to 110 as of today.
We've hit $110, guys. Keep it going. Like you see right there on the bottom of your screen, $1 is all we're asking for. A dollar goes a long way. If you want to donate more, that's no problem. Feel free. Don't feel obligated to do it, but if you do, know that money is going to Children's Miracle Network. It's a great cause. Look into it. Give it a look. See, I think that you're going to really enjoy it.
And don't forget, there in the corner, they can scan that QR code, and
that's right.
It'll go directly to our Cash App. And like I said, it will give a total of the day of the show when we do the live show from Walmart, and we'll give a tally up every week now on where we're at.
Excellent. I think that's awesome. And thank you guys for your contributions. It really does mean a lot. And like I said, we're
not asking for
on air. We'll do it live on air on the 19th. That way,
we're not
that final total.
Yeah, we're not asking a whole lot. We're just asking for $1. You can give more if you want, but we're just asking for $1. Every dollar will help a child in need.
That's right. Who we got tonight?
Oh, well, I was gonna say that to you.
Oh,
because
no.
Okay. I went searching, on TikTok and Facebook, and I found this guy. Well, technically, he was already found. He's a good sized name. Got a great community around him, and he's a nice guy. He goes by the name of Dadbod Veteran, and we're gonna bring him on.
There he is.
Oh, we're here. Yes.
We made it.
What's up, guys?
Sorry, that intro's a little long. Whew.
That's okay.
I feel like I just ran PRT, man. So.
I brought some people with me too. I got my good buddy from Twitch, Janus, over there in the chat.
Awesome.
Commented in. So yeah, what's up? How we doing?
Oh, we're doing great.
We're doing good. How about you? That's what we asked you to come on the show. We wanted to.
Pleasure to be here. This is fun. I love doing
just think halfway through the show, we're going to pick one person from the chat box, and we're going to have them play against John in the game we like to call Florida or Not Florida.
Okay.
We'll explain.
I got my pick of who I want it to be, but that's okay. We'll let it play out.
All
right. So before we get too intimate, Dadbod Veteran, what a name, and how did you come up with that? It's your whole logo. It's everything now.
I know, right? I even got a big neon sign on my wall.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be anything. It was a joke, kind of. But I'm a big dude, and I'm a veteran. I know that there's supposed to be like some great story behind it, but That's all I could come up with at the moment that I was creating my TikTok account, which I just changed my name, from my personal name to this thing that has been created now, and that's what I could come up with. I'm sorry, that's kind of lame. It's really, I could come up with a better story if you want me to. I could just like do something cool, but
I mean, we got a boring story for our name too. So
I mean, your name is actually pretty cool. Like it's great. It's a great name for a podcast. To sit here and talk shit all day. So
and that was it. Everybody says, "What are you doing?" I'm just talking shit over here. You know what I mean?
Right. It just flows, and I'm just a big veteran. So
yeah, we didn't want people to think, we come on here and just talk shit about them or something like that. So
that's exactly what I wanted it to be. I was like, oh, let's pick somebody out of the audience and just be like, we're going to talk shit about you today. So
just roast away. Away.
I'm not good at it. I'm not a comedian. I'm not good at it. I've tried. I absolutely failed.
Oh my God, miserably. You should do it. It's totally awesome. I just started doing it. I just started doing stand-up. It's crazy.
Really?
It's the biggest high in the world until you bomb that joke. And then it's not so fun. But when it works, it's really good. It's really good.
When the joke lands, it feels
when
great.
It hits,
but
you get this this adrenaline, hit, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna keep going with that joke. Then you take it, further and further and further and further until you finally figured out, okay, I'm done with that one, and then you move on to something else. But it just feels good. It feels good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
We had a really bad storm, and it was brought up here right in the comments. We had a really bad storm that hit from Florida all the way up the coast. I'm sure it got you guys too. How did everything, family and everybody okay?
We actually got to do a little rescue mission up in North Carolina. So I'm down in Charleston, South Carolina, for those of you that don't know. And we got a little bit of stuff from the storm, some tornadic activity and stuff like that, but nothing, this is Charleston. We're used to doing hurricanes and that stuff just about every year. Our friends up in North Carolina, obviously it didn't work out for them the same way. They're not used to it. In fact, that's usually where everybody from the coast runs to when there's a hurricane. But I have my mother-in-law actually lives up there. And right after the storm, we had no communication with her, etc. We didn't know what was going on. So basically, the missus, she said, pack up. We're going to go do a rescue mission for her. And we literally did.
Yeah.
We, got some gas in Columbia, which is about 3 hours outside of Asheville, filled it up. And I'm telling you what, man, it was crazy. That Asheville has been wrecked. And I mean, wrecked hard. The pictures don't do it justice.
I think Georgia, places in Georgia got pretty demolished too.
I still think, Tennessee and North Carolina got the worst, I think.
Yeah.
Minus what was in the path.
Yeah. She was up on a mountain. We actually got to use the 4x4 in my truck for one of the few times I get to use it.
I was going to say the first time ever since owning a new truck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've done it once before going up to her house, but this time it was different because we're doing it over logs and doing it over, a bunch of big stuff. And there was telephone wires all over the place. And we got up to her house and she was all excited because she hadn't seen another person for the past 3 days and she's running out of water. It was rough. So we snatched her up, brought her back down, and I made a couple video clips of it. And so we're okay now. Everything's okay. She's probably not going to be going back to her house for another, I would imagine, at least until the next year. It's just that bad up there. So
the only downfall for my immediate family, my daughter lives South Florida. She flooded and lost her car. She was worried about the rental home that she's in, and I said, don't worry about it. I was like, you can get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
Yeah. The thing is with us on the coast is when we get these systems, right, they will flood. They will 100% will flood. Yeah. But all that leaves when the tide goes back out. You know what I mean? Whereas you're in somewhere like Tennessee or North Carolina or the upper portions of Georgia, there's nowhere for that water to go.
Right.
And with North Carolina, they had that dam situation over there on Lake Lure where it was just everything was coming off of the mountain and the dam only goes, so high, and then it just kind of
took out that town.
Yeah, and it just takes out the town, and then that fills another lake up, and then that lake does it. And it actually, believe it or not, they drained the lake here in Charleston, Lake Moultrie and Lake Marion, because of the water that they're expecting to come down from those lakes. And that's supposed to be like today or tomorrow. We're supposed to get our lakes filled back up. So yeah,
Yeah, they might want to hold off on that because we got another, storm coming.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
don't chase them until I get spaghetti models. As soon as we get
Yeah.
spaghetti models, then I worry about it. But
Then you're like, okay, where do we go?
yeah,
The big
I'm
thing
not going
is
anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere either unless we're in direct path. And I feel like they said that this was probably one of the more direct paths that we've been through. We've been through Arma, we've been through Ivan, we've been through God, a bunch, Debbie,
Yeah.
a bunch of these.
The last couple of years have been,
Yeah.
really close to us than
Yeah,
compared
so
to the past 10.
I'm glad to hear everybody is okay as well.
Yeah, we're fine. And I'm a Hugo baby, so I sat through that one. That was my big one, and trust me, that was enough. So if it's not a 3 or above, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna hang out. So
Yeah, he sounds like me. I'm sitting here. I'm like, yeah, if it's a 3 or more, then we'll talk. Right now, I'm staying in my house. My brother and my sisters call me from up north saying, "Are you leaving?" No, why would I leave? This is a little storm compared to some of the others.
This is a rain event.
And if it would have came closer, it would have been a different story.
Right. Absolutely.
All right. So where did you and how did you start doing this as far as getting into doing the videos for TikTok and stuff like that?
God, here goes the story. You want the story?
Yeah, we want the story.
You want the story. All right.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who haven't heard the story, I think I've told the story many times, but we'll tell the story again because I'm a storyteller. So take us back 2 years, right? I have 5 kids. And all my kids are grown, and my last one was on his way out. So the oldest is 26, youngest is 20, and there's some ages in between. And so I've been a dad ever since I was 18. I'm 45. I know I probably look way older than that, but but I've always been a dad, so I was just used to it. So it was always been my life. So everything I've ever done was because of my kids. And all of a sudden, I was faced with the situation of being an empty nester, right? And my son was leaving for the Navy, and he was supposed to leave in August of that year. And then hey Tracy, how you doing? He was supposed to be leaving August. Then he ended up pulling it back and leaving in June. So he left early. So I didn't get to spend that summer with him that I was supposed to be spending, right? And so I was kind of in a dark place, honestly. This was never intended for me to turn this thing into what it is, but I had to turn my mind towards something a little bit more positive, right? And so I started messing around with TikTok and stuff like that, and I ended up creating this kind of persona, which was what I would imagine that I would want to hear if my grandfather was telling me stories. So I started kind of thinking about the next stage of my life, which would be grandkids, which I don't have any yet. All my kids owe me some grandkids. And originally, all of the videos were me telling stories to my grandkids on the porch. If you watch my really, really early stuff, it's really story centric about the stuff that happened when I was a kid and how life was like, etc. And that kind of took off a little bit, but it wasn't until somebody said, "Hey, what do you think about this from a Gen X perspective?" And that's when this reactionary scenario started to pick up. And it went really, really viral with the first one, which was, how did they deliver pizzas before GPS? And this kid is asking, it's like, how did they do it before GPS? And I just, did the story and the voice of how we used to have a map on the wall in the pizza store, and it had all the roads on there, and you had to know your way around it, but, in a very storyteller way. So it just kind of took off from there. And, a year went by, and all of a sudden it was like a really big thing. And I'm over here making trademarks and, making business deals and doing advertisements all the way to up where we're at this year. I'm on a comedy tour now with like
Awesome.
3 other really large Gen X creators. It's been absolutely insane. I'm an empty nester now, and I have nothing better to do with my time besides, my real job in the real world. So I get a lot of opportunity to do all this fun stuff every day, and I can explore all these new ways of doing it. Like now I'm streaming on Twitch and stuff like that I would have never even thought possible. I thought I would be doing grandkids now, but yeah, that's how it started. And I love where it is. And I honestly, can't believe where it's going because I already see stuff that's going to happen next year, and it's just amazing. This whole thing is absolutely amazing for, some stupid guy who has a phone and too much time.
If you're having fun at it, then you're doing it right. That's listen, when I tell people, when you have a job or you have something you love, you got to love it, because if you don't love it, just leave, go do something different.
Yeah. Because I have a job. This isn't my job. This is my fun.
Yeah.
Does it make, beer money? Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Of course it does. And I love it for it. But that's not what I do it. I do it because it's fun. I do it because I get to do cool shit like this. I get to interact with people in the comments. I get to, now do a comedy tour and interact with people directly. And I've met so many really cool people in this whole process that I would have never, ever, ever met in my entire life if it wasn't for the fact that I picked up that phone and started doing the videos.
And who are you doing the tour with, the comedy tour?
So Slim Sherry, I don't know if you know her. She's a purple-haired Gen X lady. She's one of them.
Is she the one that you do the podcast with, right?
Yeah. So no, that's my sister. That's my sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's a whole separate thing. So Slim Sherry, Kelly Mono, and Mr. Professor Nick Harrison. We went to, which Tracy was talking about it. We went to Nashville already, and we did our first stand-up bit, and then that was cool because we didn't think it was going to go off as well as it did. And we had one comedy show sell out in about 2 hours. And then we ended up adding a second comedy show that sold out in, less than a week. And then we had a house party after that at a Pins Mechanical. If you've ever been to a Pins, it's a really big kind of a barcade place. And we had a blast. I mean, we just had an absolute blast. We were playing giant Jenga. We were doing the bowling with the people that we got to meet. And, we, 3 of us, it was our first time doing stand up. Nick was the only one that was experienced. It was terrifying, but exhilarating all at the same time. And now we will tomorrow have another big announcement that'll happen on our live stream tomorrow afternoon. Can't say what it is right here, but
people can tune in where?
It'll be on YouTube, Facebook, and my Instagram. And if you know any of those other creators, it'll also be on their pages as well. So check them out. You'll be able to see the whole presentation. It's going to be big. It's a huge announcement for the 4 of them. Very huge. Very huge.
What time tomorrow?
I think it's 7 p.m. we've got it set up for. Yeah, 7 p.m. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I got my phone over here. Checking that at the same time. Yep. Live stream at 7 p.m.
Okay. And we posted those up there, guys, and we'll keep running those in the block for you guys, so you know. Those are all the places where you can find John, the Dadbod vet. Speaking of vets, I think you and I both have something in common.
Are you a Navy guy?
I'm a Navy guy. I'm a squid, bud.
Which kind of squid are you?
I'm not a topsider. I'm an engineer.
Are you a nuke?
No, I was damage control man.
Oh, you're DC?
Yeah.
Okay, I was an FC.
Okay,
I was the one who made the fire. You were the one that put it out.
We put it out. That's right.
Everybody always said, when I said fire controlman, they're like, you put out fires? I'm like, no, I make them.
No, we make them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys make them with ammunition though, right?
We make them with boomsticks. Yeah.
With boomsticks. Yeah. I was going to say, because we make real fires on the ship sometimes by accident.
Yeah.
It's by accident, solely by accident. Not really. We like to do that.
Yeah.
Chemical, biological, and radiological warfare. How do you feel about that stuff?
How do I feel about it?
As far as when you were in the Navy, the CBRD aspect of it.
I was an anthrax baby, so I got to do all the fun stuff with all that kind of stuff. It sucks. That's how I feel about it. It sucks. Yeah. I mean, I've seen so many people get bad reactions to like the anthrax shot and stuff like that, and I hate the fact that our boys and girls.
The military had to tell us that we had to get it too.
Yeah. It's not like the COVID shot where I guess they could deny it, but no, we got the anthrax shot or we didn't, and we got kicked out. But not a fan of CBR at all.
Okay. What is your son doing in the Navy?
He is.
Tell me he picked a better job.
He's a CB.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I said. So he went in as a striker. He was a non-rate. For those who don't understand what that means, it means he didn't have a job because his ASVAB score wasn't high enough. Mm-hmm. Funny story. He took the ASVAB 6 times.
Some people have to, though.
No. He
Oh.
took it. It's even better than that because he wanted to be search and rescue, right? So he needed to get a 49. First time he took, he got a 41.
Okay.
So he was like, okay, I'll take it again. Then he got a 39. He's like, okay, I'll take it again. And he kept going until he got a 29 on his last one. Now, if you're not aware how this works, when you take the ASVAB, they take your last score. It doesn't matter what your top score was, they take your last score. So a 29 is below the threshold of coming into the Navy. So he had to get wavered in. Now he's a physical specimen. I mean, the kid's a rock. If anybody's ever seen pictures of him on my pages before, he's a rock of a kid. But he just wasn't all there, test wise. So he ended up having to go in as a striker, as a non-rate, because he got wavered in. He did a year in the deck department on an aircraft carrier before he picked up CB. Yeah, it did suck, but he loved it. He was like, I'm chipping paint. I'm having a good time. He's like, I'm on the side of the boat and I'm painting. And I'm like, dude,
what's your favorite color? Haze gray or deck gray?
Exactly. He had an absolute blast with it. And now he's down in CB school down in Mississippi, and he just got his orders and he will be staying in Mississippi. I'm not going to say exactly where he's going because
that's fine.
I don't want anybody to know yet. I will say so here's what happened. When he was on the boat, he found out that his first class was a huge fan of mine, like a super fan kind of guy.
Okay.
And so I've learned that because of the persona that I've got, I have to kind of keep it quiet where he is because people will find out and then they'll start reaching out to me.
Yeah.
Like one of his instructors at CB school was a fan of mine as well. And he's like, that's your dad? That's your dad? And he's like, yeah, it's my dad. So I don't want to ruin it for his command yet. I don't want to ruin it for his command yet. But yeah, so he's going to be stationed there down in Mississippi. I'll reveal later what team he went to, but he's super happy. He's in combat school right now. He's about to go through SEER school. For you guys that don't know that, that's search, evasion, and resistance or something like that. I think it's what the acronym is for it. But basically, they throw you out in the woods and they tell you to survive.
That's going to be up in Florida.
No, it's there. It's there. They've got a they got a mini school in Mississippi.
We've got one in North Florida too.
Yeah. So the CBs are a combat unit too, so they have to go through all that fun stuff. But he's
going to be fun. It's going to be fun for him. Yeah, but I was going to take that job. I tried to get my uncle to get me in to the one in Florida, and he was like, "Well, you got to do this, and that." And I was like, "Yep, way underqualified for that stuff." But so I became a deputy sheriff instead, and I hated that after I got out. So then I was like, okay, well, I want to do something. I got to do something to make money, right? So I just I landed selling adult toys to people. No. So when I say adult,
he always tells people that, and they automatically
ATVs and side by sides.
All right. See, you set that up. You set that up wrong, right? Or maybe you set it up right. Maybe you set
that's the way he does it.
Yeah.
I sell toys to adults.
Because toys to adults is different than adult toys. It's much different.
So I can't call them adult toys?
You can, but you're gonna get the same look from everybody that you just got from me.
That's what I'm looking for. I like that.
Okay.
I want that because I'm not what you think.
To each their own. If you make money doing it and you're having fun, sell adult toys.
Having a great time doing it. Yep.
This is a different world these days. You can do all kinds of stuff and make money, and nobody can judge you anymore. Just where we are.
Yep. I want to do what you're doing. I've tried to make content. Unfortunately, everybody's like, it's stupid. Don't
you know what? You know what? Here's what I'll tell everybody about making content. Making content is a laboratory. It's always a laboratory. The biggest advice I would give anybody who's making content is don't be a perfectionist. Don't be a perfectionist. I've been doing it for 2 years and I still think it's horrible. I still think all of my videos are dumb and stupid and nobody's going to like them. But I just put them out there because it's a laboratory. You're not supposed to be making, Top Gun 2 and expecting this, $200 million budget video that you're making to make more money later. You're just making content for your purposes and potentially the entertainment purposes of somebody else. And so if somebody likes it, great. If nobody likes it, great too, right? You're just having fun.
Yeah, you know
So-
what to pick and what not to pick. What
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, and you'll learn the tricks of the trade along the way. But the point is just freaking do it. You know what I mean? If you want to make content, everybody can make content. Will everybody get to the 1 million follower point? Hopefully. I wish everybody did because it feels good and it's fun.
Mhm.
But maybe not. Maybe there just isn't a big enough niche for what they're doing to have that size of audience, right? There just happens to be that for my particular suite of stuff. And that's because all of a sudden the Gen Xers want to come out of the woodwork. But yeah, just if you want to make content, man, just do it. Just do it. You'll find your spot.
Yeah.
And that's why we do our show here live, because I don't like to edit anything, and I like, you know, how it goes. I mess up a lot doing this, and I have fun. I still have fun doing it.
We make fun of them for it. That's the content that we're going to put together.
Yeah. And I
It's
do the
okay,
same thing
Mark.
with my live streams. I use StreamYard, great system to use. And you know, you get to interact with the people over here in the chat, which is awesome. And you can bring in other people and they can stream it to their profile. So this is a great place to do it from. You guys are on the right path.
All right. Well, we're going to keep moving forward. In the meantime, we're typically around a half an hour mark. We're going to take our little quick break, right?
All right.
We're going to get ready for a little game called Florida Not Florida.
Okay.
Mark, you have some music for us?
Music?
I might.
Well, this will give us a minute to take a break. Go grab
Two and a
a
half.
drink.
Two and a half minutes.
You have 2.5 minutes to go potty, or grab another Death Water.
Death Water. Love
Death
that
Water.
stuff.
Not a fan. I've tried. I'm not a fan. Can't. do
I
it.
just, you know what? Mine's it's just the mountain spring water. The reason I do it is because when I'm playing DMZ with the boys, they're always cracking a beer. So I wanted to crack something. So I started
You're
drinking
like,
it.
I gotta have something like that.
Yeah, because if I start drinking it, it'll go off the rails.
That's okay. We like that.
Yeah.
I didn't drink tonight because I didn't know how it was going to go. So I was like, okay, well, maybe next time. Maybe we'll
Do it
have
again.
Coors Lights on the show.
Yeah.
So
I'll have my water.
all right, who do you got for music, Mark?
Who's the singer?
Grace.
Grace McCoy.
Yep.
It's Dusk Till Dawn.
All right.
We happen to like her on here for some reason. Her music just seems to, go good. But I'm gonna play her, and we'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a dead man walking by day, wondering if there's medicine I can take. Wait until the sun goes down, that's when I can let it out. You can call me crazy, I call it fate. Transformation taking over me. From dusk till dawn, I'm digging my way up the grave. From dusk till dawn, I'm staring my face in the face. From dusk till dawn, got to hell away. They've got a price to pay. From dusk till dawn, from dusk till dawn. I can feel the ice run through my blood, surges through my body all at once. My heart pumps in the dead of night. My feet run into the fire, right into the fire of my soul. Let the transformation take control. From dusk till dawn, I'm digging my way up the grave. From dusk till dawn, I'm staring my fears in the face. From dusk till dawn, got to hell the waves. They've got a price to pay. From dusk till dawn, from dusk till dawn. From dusk till dawn, I'm digging my way out the grave. From dusk till dawn, I'm staring my fears in the face. From dusk till dawn, I'm digging my way out the grave. From dusk till dawn, I'm staring my fears in the face. From dusk till
What'd you guys think about that?
That was good.
Grace McCoy.
Still trying to find her.
Still trying to find her and get her on the show. She's a Nashville recording artist, actually, but she is not one of the big names, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's the third time we've had one of her songs on our show, and I mean, we don't get tagged for it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that always hurts a little bit. Hey, we got to cut your audio because, no, you can't play that music. Okay, so Mark has this game that we didn't come up with the game.
No, we stole it from one of our other members of Talking Shit.
Where is that guy anyway?
Well, he's sort of dealing with the aftermath of the
right.
hurricane. You know, all the trees that he lost in his yard, all that other stuff. But it's called Florida or Not Florida. Basically, I'm going to read a headline off, and you're going to say if you believe it's from Florida or not Florida.
Now, here's the thing. We need someone to play with you. So I'm going to let you look over in the comment block here. I think Tracy said she was out tonight.
Yeah, Tracy's out.
Yeah, she's out. So you go ahead and pick your opponent, sir. And
Is John still in there?
John,
Mr.
are you
Covington?
on? Let's see if John was on here. Let's see if John's on. If you're on, John, just post yes in the comments blocks if you are ready to play. Let's do this. Let's see.
Ooh. I don't know if we got John.
There he is.
Oh, he's here, but he's
at work.
Can you play the game while you're at work, John? Or do I need to move on? Giving you first refusal. We'll move on. Just tell me. I'll move on. I don't care.
Let's see what he says. Give him a second. It takes a minute. It takes a minute for him to. He's got really slow. He reads slow, so he can't type as fast.
Not right this second. All right, let's go with. Who's been here for a minute? I don't want to get anybody who's brand new that's just jumped on. Tracy's gone.
Yeah.
What about
Tracy? Would have been a great.
Tracy would have.
She would have been a great opponent.
She's still commenting. Tracy, are you hanging out or are you leaving?
Yes, my background is sort of empty because I'm started packing up to move.
Yeah, now you just got like little U's on the shelf back there.
Yeah, well, they'll be gone next week.
Yeah, I think Tracy's gone. Let's see. How about
How about Wesley? Let's just do Wesley.
Wes?
Wes.
Out.
Yeah.
Wes is in. All right. Okay. Is Dadbod coming back for the veteran special? I don't know. We will ask him.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
We do. We try to do.
Oh. Yes. In November we do a veteran show. We do it twice a year where we get
bite my head off.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what he was talking about, but we do it where we invite people from each branch of the military. The last 3 times that we've done it, Brian has represented the Navy. I told Brian this time he's not representing the Navy. We need somebody else. And Wes has been on for the last 2 for the Army.
Okay.
And we're trying to, we like to get people that we can get from each branch, though. And I was going to ask him off screen on that part. That
Let's talk calendars after, and we'll figure it out.
All right, Wes.
So Wes, you're up, and Mark has some questions here, so it's going to be.
You remember, give him 5 seconds after I ask the question because
I'm not going to ding him for time.
Yeah. All right. Basically, if you can guess the state, that if it's not Florida, if you can guess the state, you get also an extra point.
It's hard. They're hard questions, aren't they?
Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Okay.
All right. Like the first one, rapper confessed to murder in his music video.
Is that Florida or not Florida?
I was giving it 5 seconds.
Oh, no, you can answer at any point in time.
Answer anytime you want to.
Okay, not Florida.
So we got not Florida from John, and I'm waiting for Wes. The hard part about this
Said he can hear
is
my
if I
answer.
give him too much time,
Yeah, he's could be
I'll
googling
be able
it.
to Googling it. Wes says not Florida, California.
I was gonna say California.
So I got a not Florida, California. You think it's California as well?
Yeah,
We got two people saying California. What do you think, Mark? Is it? It's not Florida. Where did it happen?
Vegas.
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 Close enough. Close enough.
Wrong state though.
Mm.
All
That's
right.
questionable.
This one Brian gave me for a headline.
Oh, it's
So-
fantastic. I know this one.
But I worded it the way that they worded it. Father arrested for DUI at scene of son's DUI crash.
Ooh, that's
So
gotta be in-
So here's what happened. I heard this on the radio. A young man got into a car accident and got the ambulance out there. While the ambulance was helping him out, and they found out, hey, he's DUI. They're getting ready to take him. The father arrives on scene and gets arrested because he is also driving under the influence.
Ooh.
It happened in Florida,
I'm gonna go with Florida on that one.
not Florida. Wes says Orlando, Florida. I'm going to say, Mark.
You don't remember where it said it was at?
I know where it's at. It's not Florida.
Well, okay, it could have been anywhere in the southeast with that one.
Actually, this is a northwest
Yeah.
Oregon.
Okay, Oregon is the
Oregon.
exception. Oregon's a special place. If you've never been to Portland, you should experience it at least once in your life to really see what hell looks like.
I don't want to go there.
Portland's a special place, man. It is a special place
For special people.
for special things. And if anybody's from Portland in there, I'm sorry if you're getting offended, but Portland's something else.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
After police chase, woman crosses getting arrested off her bucket list. She literally went on a chase.
That's gotta
She
be
knew-
Florida.
She was.
If it's on her bucket list, she's about to croak. And Florida's full of old people.
Thanks. See,
I'm
Mark,
not
I
that-
told you.
I'm not that old. I'm only 46, almost
The
47.
majority
this
of the
month.
population of Florida is old.
But
If they live in the villages, they're old.
yeah, that's true.
Wes said
Ocala.
Ocala, Florida. Did it happen? So we got both of you guys saying Florida.
Yeah. this
Mark,
has gotta
did
be
that
Florida.
happen in Florida?
It's got to be Florida.
It
See?
happened in Florida. You both got points there as
Was it
well.
Ocala though?
No, Marone, Florida County,
Monroe
all-
County?
McMurray County. Yeah, that's all.
Moron County? Where the fuck is
Yeah.
that at?
It's somewhere in Florida. All right. Man busted for smuggling dozens of live birds on an air. Hold on, let me say that again. Man busted for smuggling dozens of live birds and hair curlers.
And hair curlers?
What?
Yeah,
In hair curlers?
yeah. You know the ones that the big round ones.
You could put live animals in those?
So he was smuggling the birds inside of the hair curlers?
How?
I want to say not Florida because I don't think Florida could be smart enough to do that because anybody in the southeast would not figure that one out.
And Wes is saying not Florida as well, and he's going Arizona. What about you? Do you want to pick a place?
That's going to be where smart people are at. I don't like Rhode Island.
Well,
Well,
you
it's not
both got
Florida.
that. You both got that correct, but you were the closest. It actually happened at JFK Airport.
See? It's got to be where smart people are at. It's not. in
It
the
was
southeast.
an international flight.
Wow.
They didn't catch him.
He was inbound or he was outbound?
He was outbound.
He was outbound. So
Yeah,
a
he was
smart
trying to-
American who was smuggling small
Yeah.
birds in curling irons.
And curlers? The
Curlers.
curlers. The little,
Yep.
like the pink things that your grandma
Yeah.
used to wear in her
Yeah.
hair?
The perm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What the? How? All right, so we got points there, boys. All right, what do we got next?
Man arrested for robbing a bank from a taxi cab. He sent a note from the drive-through to the lobby, or the lobby was closed because COVID.
So this happened during COVID. Read it one more time.
Man arrested for robbing a bank from taxi cab. He sent a note from the drive-through.
That was not in Florida. I think I remember that. That was not Florida.
So he
Can't
has a
remember where.
cab driver take him through the drive-through and says, "Hey, give me all your money. I'm robbing
Yes.
this."
Yep.
Why would he just rob the cab driver?
He
Probably
got
would've
the
got
money.
Probably would have got more.
I bet the
You can
cab
rob a
driver had cash on him.
Most of them do it by apps now, so they don't really
Why
have.
buy the bacon when you can have the whole pig?
Yeah.
Well, I've got Wes on not Florida.
Yeah, I'm
Wes
not
is
Florida.
not Florida, and
I think I remember the story though.
you're not Florida. How about he's saying it happened in Kentucky? What about
Alabama.
you?
Let's give it Alabama.
Kentucky, Alabama. What you got, Mark?
It's not Florida, and and John, you should know this because it happened in your home state.
Oh, son of a bitch.
That's where you heard it.
That's why I knew this.
That's why
yeah,
you knew
that's why
that you
I knew
heard
it.
it. So
Because we're rock stars over here, okay? And somebody said in the comments, hey now, Southeast folks have some really smart folks. They do, but they don't come out in the light.
Well,
Okay.
they don't put them out there on the headline. They put the stupid people out there.
Yeah.
this is from our friend over at Ruckus Rocks. What's one of you sick bastards wanted for external use stickers on the curling irons? Jesus. The show has gone downhill. Mark, what is happening? Get
Well,
it back. Come on.
All right.
No, it's going in a great direction. I'm loving this.
Okay.
Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up.
Man-
Take it all
yeah.
off the rails.
Man found with drugs after getting trapped in a porta potty.
All right.
He-
So man found with drugs after
He passed. Yeah, he passed out trying to get help, and the only way that they found him was his foot was outside the door. You know, at the bottom.
So
trying to
he
stop.
like pushed it out.
Yeah, and he passed out. They found drugs on him, so they arrested
Where
him.
did they find drugs on him exactly?
I would have
on his face.
On his face.
ew.
So
Yeah.
he was doing
Like
it.
he was doing coke
yes.
in the bathroom?
in the porta potty.
In the porta john? Pass.
Yep.
That I don't know. That's rough. Not Florida. I'm gonna go with not Florida.
And Wes is saying Florida.
We're finally at a difference here.
Okay. Let's see what we got. It happened in Florida.
The reason I said no is because people don't usually use porta potties unless they absolutely have to, especially in Florida because it's so freaking hot.
And I was going to say that I think it's going to be Florida because it's so hot. He passed out trying to get out of there.
Well, I figured that would have gave it away.
Hmm.
All right. So
I
Wes is
like
up
what
on
you
you
did
by
there.
1. So it's
Son of a
5-4. Let's go.
Okay. Man scans his debit card at bank, then robs the bank. He only got away with, he got a total of $500 before he was caught. He literally scanned his card at the teller and then decided, oh, I'm going to rob him instead.
Good thought process there.
Not Florida.
I like that. I like that answer. I like the not Florida answer. What do you think? What state? I got one in mind. What state are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, it could be again. I hate to pick on
Anywhere.
the Southeast. Yeah. I don't.
All right, so we got
Louisiana.
not Florida, and California is what Wes is saying. California, Louisiana, not Florida.
You want to hear
happen?
You want to hear something interesting?
What's that?
Wes got it.
California?
Stop.
San Diego.
Well, you can
Holy
guess
cow.
California so many times. Eventually, it's going to be there.
Normally, I don't pick from California.
Wow. That put
California's a
2
big old
points on the
state.
board.
I'm
Okay.
from South Carolina, so I can claim dumb.
All right, last question I have.
Oh, I
Big
can't
money.
win. I can't win.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's like a double
okay.
points.
You could get. No, the points don't matter anyway.
I know.
Let's just hope that he gets it wrong and you get it right, and you pick the state correctly if it's not Florida.
Okay.
Man arrested for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. When he seen the police, he tried to run. They caught him. He had 7.2 grams of fentanyl, and he had a needle with 13.6 grams of fentanyl, enough to kill 51,500 people.
Texas.
So we're going not Florida. We're going with Texas.
Yeah, that's Texas.
Wes, where you at? Come on. Google ain't gonna get you there, buddy.
Tracy's
And look, Tracy's back.
Yeah, Tracy's back. Tracy, I wanted to play against you. Wes is too good.
Tracy's saying Arizona. All right. Wes, not
Mexico.
Florida. It happened in New Mexico. If it happened in New Mexico and he cheated, I'm going to be very upset. Mark, where did it happen?
Brian, you're going to hate this one.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh man. Dang.
Highland County.
Dang.
That's south anyway. All right, so here's what we're going to do.
You are aware that Brian was right about one thing. Normally, when I say drugs, it's normally Florida. I'm going to start changing up more, but
You're gonna
normally
have
it's
to.
Florida.
You're gonna have to get some drug action out of Portland or something.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
thinking
listen-
fentanyl for Texas because that's your biggest border state. against Mexico.
Couldn't find anything with alligators this time. There were some great stories that came up a little while ago, and it was like the guy threw the alligator through the drive-through window. That was fantastic. We need more like that, Mark. Can we get more like that?
Well,
I like those.
why don't you help me find some?
Oh, yeah, no. Listen,
You only have one job here, and that's to find the music, and you don't do that.
what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take these points from Wes. I'm gonna donate them to the Dadbod veteran because you are our guest. So everybody's a
Aw.
winner.
I'm a
Everybody's
pity
a winner. Wes, thank you for playing. Congratulations, you did win. But we're gonna take those points. We're gonna donate those over to John. And,
Donate them.
and then and he gets to be a winner as well.
Oh, hold on.
God.
What does John get then?
I don't know. What do you want?
I don't know. A pat on the back.
There
Attaboy.
you go.
I mean,
He
I
gets another
actually,
one. Bravo Zulu.
Yeah. There we
Bravo
go.
Zulu.
if you send me your address, I'll send you some stickers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we do talking shit stickers every once in a while, don't we?
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, our last guest, quite interesting. He told us that if he would have lost, he'd give us $50 to go to the, to donate, and he won, and he still donated the 50.
What a guy.
And he didn't have to, but
No,
that was super awesome of him. What a guy. Yes, exactly.
There's one other thing I got to say before you say anything else.
Okay.
The interesting part is I'm glad that you came on today, John, because of the fact that my wife never watches the show,
Yeah.
and she finally watched the show.
Because of me?
Yeah,
Yep.
she's got a thing for you. She said something. It's
No,
something about his
she
face.
even likes she likes him, and she likes one.
hi.
I'll tell her that.
Just like that, though, Mark.
Yeah,
got to do it like that.
and then she likes one of the people that I forget. She said it in the comments. One of the people that you're going on tour with for the comedy.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's probably
So-
Slim Sherry.
I
would
think so,
imagine.
probably.
Yeah.
But I was shocked that my wife was actually watching.
So you've got this. So you got this big tour going on, and it is a comedy tour. Do you on the road? Are you doing TikToks and
Oh, God,
shorts
yeah.
and stuff like that? You
Yeah,
have to,
yeah,
right?
We'll do some collaboration stuff
Okay.
with the other creators. Like we did some when we were in Nashville, we did some collaborations with me and Nick and Sherry, which is funny because Nick's a black guy, so he invited us to the cookout, and we were standing in front of cookout, and it was like we kind of made a joke about it, So Yeah, we do stuff while we're there. We actually are. Here's the kicker. We're sponsored by AARP.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
is more hilarious than that. It's 100% hilarious because we are, we're getting older, and now we're the target audience for a particular group of people who have discount cards. So
do you get a free discount card from them?
I have my card. Wait,
do you really?
Yeah.
I don't have an AARP card.
You don't have an AARP card?
No.
Shameless plug right here. Look at that.
I should qualify.
Shameless plug. Here's my AARP card.
Oh man.
If you're over 18, believe it or not, you're qualified for AARP. I know that's shameless plug right here, but
That's funny.
So the reason I joined was because my parents, unbeknownst to me, had AARP insurance, and it's really cheap. And when they passed away, they left insurance policies to the kids, us kids, and they were paying like nothing for it. So when you turn 50, you get you're eligible for the AARP cheap life insurance. So
Okay.
that's why I do it, because I'm waiting to turn 50. And plus I literally play spades whenever I go to Denny's, and I throw down my military veterans card, throw down my veterans card. I can play at spades, get a discount on that. And I throw down my AARP card and I get a discount for that. I'm going to try to get a check when I turn 55.
Double discount. I like that.
Yeah.
Double D.
Yeah. I like to hit him with the razzle dazzle.
Right on. Yeah, I didn't know that you could get an AARP card until you were a certain age, but if you say 18 is fantastic. We should
18.
I can get mine because I got mine because I was disabled. So
see?
Well, that was since birth though.
No, not since birth. This was a little bit after that.
Yeah. So the tour's gonna be cool.
I tried to get Mark to join the Navy when I joined the Navy. One of the weapons that we had on the ship kind of reminded me of him. Sea Whiz.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, Sea Whiz. R2D2 with a hard on.
It's Mark. Yeah, it's Mark.
Dana, what does AARP stand for? American well, they don't like you to say it anymore, but it's American Association of Retired People. That's what AARP stands for.
Well, I'm not.
This is why it gets that old people, thing with it.
Not one of those. I don't get to retire ever.
I'm not going to retire. At least I'm not going to retire from this. I'm going to do this forever.
Did you retire from the military?
No, God, no.
How many years? How many years did you do?
I did 9. I only did 9.
You did 9. So I did 12. I did 12.
So you went past the hump.
I did, and I was going to stay, but some situations arose, new captain kind of thing, and sometimes you can't get along with everyone, even if you try hard. And I just couldn't try harder. I was done. I was like, you know what?
Lead, follow, or get out of the way. I got out of the way.
Well, they kept lying to you too.
Well, you get that. You're going to get that in any.
Well, the stuff that there was a lot more than just that. I mean, there was a lot of things that led up to it.
Oh yeah. Listen, I got out as an E6. I was pretty happy about that, but unfortunately, that doesn't correspond when you join the National Guard. You actually lose a stripe going to another branch. I don't know if anybody knows this or not. It kind of sucks. Yep.
That's why the only branch I'm going to serve for is Civlant.
All right. So the 9 years that you did have in, would you have stayed? Was there reasons that you got out?
Oh, I got out because I had kids.
Okay.
Because I was, as an FC, we're shipbound, right? And I did
damage control. I know.
Yeah, I did back-to-back carriers, which they weren't bad, but I got my shore duty back here in Charleston where I left from, and I was like, nah, I'm out because I had twin boys at the time, and yeah, I wasn't going to be away for all their stuff. So I spent the last 2 years while I was there at my shore duty figuring out how I was going to make some money, and just started on my merry way.
Yeah. I tell the younger crowd now, if you can do it and you get more than the 5 years in, just stay.
Yeah.
It goes by so quick. You make such good friends in the military.
Yep.
So that's a big thing. Like I even to this day will still reach out to some of those guys and be like, what's going on? I know we don't talk all the time, but how's life? You know,
Yeah.
we follow each other on Facebook kind of thing. I mean,
Yep.
it's,
Same thing
it's
here.
what it is. So you just have to, you just got to, I mean, I don't know. If I had to do it all over again, I think I would have found a way to stay and finish up the other 8, quite honestly.
Yeah. You
It's
were over
just-
the hill, man.
I know. I listen, mistakes were made probably by me, but
yeah, that's part of being a service member.
so when you're not working, when you're not making your videos, what do you do to relieve stress? What do you do for fun?
I make videos to relieve stress. This is my hobby. This is what I do for fun. Like I said,
So it's 100% fun. Like you don't have to work for it then.
Oh, I mean, there's work associated with
Yeah.
it, the business side of it, yeah.
Yep.
But the actual like here
Mhm.
doing podcasts and doing the live streams with my friends and streaming on Twitch now and doing the podcast with my sister, that's fun. That's fun to me. The business side, yeah, I've got to track the money. I've got to do contracts and stuff like that. I get that that's work, but if that's the worst I got to deal with my hobby that I get to, enjoy and make a little money at the same time with, hell, I'll take that all day long. I'm of the opinion, here's my perspective, and call me the Gen X kid that I am, but if I can figure out how to make money doing the shit that I love, then I'm going to work extra hard at that than I would with a regular job. You know what I mean? Because a regular job is just, I do stuff for you and you give me money benefits. But if it's something I enjoy doing and I can figure out how to get it paid for or, make a little bit of money doing it, then hell, I'll work really hard for that.
Yeah.
Because I get to travel now and with this tour and I get to, do stand-up comedy that's all paid for, and make a buck or two. Who would not want to do that? Who would not?
That's what we're trying to do, and not so much the tour because, well, we just do this, but we're trying to figure out.
I'd love to travel. I'd love to do some traveling.
I'd like to get a sponsor to doing this. It would be great.
Yeah, just keep rocking. Keep doing what you're doing.
Beer's my sponsor. That's we just got to find a brewery and just be like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Here's the problem though, Brian.
Mark doesn't drink.
I don't drink. That's the
perfect.
Problem.
You're
you
my
you can play both sides of the coin.
Yeah, well, I used to drink, but now I don't.
I can describe the beer to you.
Ah,
you guys need to locate some sugar mamas. That's what Doug said.
Yes, we do need those as well.
And my wife might get mad though.
Yeah.
John, how long have you been married?
I am going on 13 years now. 13 years? I don't know, 13 or 14.
Well, you got to catch up to me and Mark. Me and Mark are double that.
Hold on, not to each other. Not to each other.
This is Mrs. DBV is number 2. Okay.
Oh, this is your second. Okay.
Yeah. The first one was 12 years, and that's where all my kids are from. And then Mrs. DBV has 2 kids of her own, so we're a blended family. But all of the kids are older and gone out doing their thing. It's just me and her. So she's actually like in the other room right now, either watching this or playing video games of her own.
Mostly playing video games.
Probably playing video games, but sometimes she'll troll me.
Yeah, Brian and his wife is celebrating what anniversary next week?
I believe 20. Oh man, you're gonna get.
I'm going on 25.
26. I think I'm a year ahead of you.
Now, see if I was with the original, it would have been 27 last month.
Yeah.
Which we actually call each other still. We're actually good friends. So
well, that's a plus because you don't typically hear
Thanks
that.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Now you got to talk it in the comments.
Is that the missus?
Yes.
That is Mark's wife.
Hi, Karen. Hi.
Karen really likes your stuff. The voice. You said that you started doing these on the porch. Is that right? And you did it as though your grandfather.
Yeah, as if I was a grandfather. What I would like a grandfather to sound like, that's talking to me. You know what I mean? Because my grandpa never told me stories. So that's kind of where the voice came from. And everybody's like, "You sound like this. You sound like that." But it's really just the voice that came into my head, because I've always done voices my whole life. It's kind of like
Mhm.
this little escape thing. Especially when I get really drunk, I get stuck in different voices, which sometimes are funny, sometimes are not. So that's where the voice was. And if you notice at the angle that my camera is always facing, I'm looking down at it. Like I'm
Yes.
looking down at a little kid. It's on purpose.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where the voice came from. It's just, if I wanted somebody to tell me cool stories about how life used to be, that's what I would want it to sound like.
Barbara says, I need the voice. Without it, it's just not you.
Barbara, it's always me. I'm right here the whole time. I've been here waiting for someone to ask that question. So there it is. It's me. I'm here. I promise.
And when I first started watching your videos, I legitimately thought maybe you were Scottish American,
Scottish, British, yeah, you name it.
So,
and
something
you know
along
what's
those lines. Yeah,
it's so funny when I do advertisement videos. I always do my ad videos for different companies in my natural voice. And it actually really went bonkers with one particular video for Guardio, which is an online security tool for, stuff. Everybody thought it was fake. Everybody thought it was AI. So the video went viral, not for the fact that it was Guardio, but for the fact that everybody thought it was AI. And people were sharing it and blah, blah, blah. Well, it really helped me out because Guardio was like, oh my God, look at all this attention we're getting. And they signed me for 3 more freaking videos. Which
That's
I was
really
like, okay, cool. That worked. So yeah. And I still get it. I mean, I just did a video the other day for another company, and it had the same effect. They're like, I can't believe that's your real voice. That's not you. That's AI. It's blah, blah, blah. So there's
What do you
been
think? I was going to say, what do you
people.
think about the AI? What do you think about the AI stuff?
So I don't know if you saw that video, but I had an AI spoof.
Really?
So one of my followers, they actually got sent a video that was an AI generated video of me,
Wow.
talking to them. So basically this person or whoever it was having conversations back and forth with this fake account. And he was like, prove it's you, send me a video. And the dude actually made an AI generated video of me with a very good voice, saying that, it was me. Stop questioning me. I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. And he sent it to me, and I actually made a video out of it, kind of warning everybody that this is a real thing out there.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot of benefits, but it's also got a lot of risks associated with it. And if we don't manage it right, I think it's going to be more detrimental than beneficial, right? I mean, it's going to help with things like AI and, people writing speeches and
Right.
these kind of little things like that. But the amount of damage that can be done with fakes, and we're like in the very beginning of it, right? And so this video was made this year, and it was decent. I mean, you could tell it was AI. If you knew what you're looking for, you could tell it was AI. But this is the baby version of it, right? So in 2 years or 5 years, we're not going to be able to tell the difference. I mean, honestly, they're talking about you're not going to need people to be actors for movies. You're not going to need people to be doing training videos or anything like that. You're not going to need people to do the news. That you got AI that's going to be doing all of that. Yeah, like John just said, he did his resume in AI, which is kind of cool. But there's a lot of risks that I'm concerned about associated with it.
I mean, with
well with that.
Yeah, with the, how I contacted you the first time with an email.
Yeah,
that wasn't my writing. I used AI, but I revised it.
Yeah, and I can.
More.
I've been.
He can
I
tell.
actually. Here's the thing. I got caught with a spoof podcast before. I actually lost my Facebook account for about 6 months because I thought that Candace Cameron had sent me an email inviting me to her podcast. You guys know who Candace Cameron is?
Oh, yes.
From Full
Yes.
House? Yeah. So I thought like I had made it, right? Candace Cameron was inviting me. And it was 100% a scam, and they got control of my Facebook page, and I lost it, and they were posting like boobies and stuff like that on my Facebook page. And I lost a bunch of money too with that, and it was very hard to get back. So I am 100% about making sure that my followers are aware. Like if I get an email from somebody saying, is this you? And they send me a link to the account, I'll tell them, I'm like, look, that's not me. right? I try to answer almost every one of those because I want to protect you guys. You're here to have fun and enjoy content, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that are out there to scam you and spam you.
Right.
I don't want to try to help you out as much as I can.
Yeah, one of those things that you're never going to do is ask somebody for money for your content.
Yeah, I'm never
right.
Most likely, I'm never going to reach out to you directly. I mean, there's 99% chance I'm never going to reach out to somebody directly blindly, right?
Right.
Either we're going to meet in person somewhere or something like that. But first of all, I don't know you, and second of all, that would be very off-putting if somebody reached out to you. And I know that there are some creators that are probably a little bit more forward, and there's probably some sketchy creators that you don't want to reach out to you, but it's never going to be me. And it's never going to be a legit creator. They're not going to reach out to you. So,
right.
Yeah, I want you guys to be safe for sure.
Yeah, that's why we put our when I talk to people or use an email and stuff, I always put our email address and I always put our phone numbers on it so that they could reach out to us direct.
Oh, yeah.
And talk to us.
Yeah, I would rather somebody call and say, "Hey, is this legit?" Or you know, like talk to me. That's why I put mine and Mark's phone numbers and emails. I do the same thing. I'm like, "Hey, reach out to myself or Mark at these 2 phone numbers." There you go.
Yeah.
So
it's important.
That way you can actually physically like hear a voice and
hear a voice and validate it. And it's not some.
So you're not
India.
Calling me from India? No, we're good.
Yeah, your name is not Brian. It's not Brian. Okay, I'm not here to tell you about the thing. Okay. Yeah.
I just need you to go to the bank.
I need you to deck and buy 5 gift cards. Okay. Amazon
only. Yeah, gift cards. Go Lions. No, don't go Lions. That was a great game though, by the way. Content creators, do you have a top 5 that you like on, and it's okay, nobody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Top 5 content creators.
Yeah.
There's so many, and there's so many different genres that it just depends on what I'm feeling like. So here's my kind of analysis of social media and why it's so great is because media pushes what they think you want to watch, the normal media. Social media allows you to pick a niche and just go so far down that rabbit hole that you hit Alice and you guys start skipping around holding hands. I mean, that's what social media allows you to do. So whatever your flavor of the week is or flavor of the hour is, you can go down that bunny trail with all these different creators and all these different people that specialize in that particular thing. If you want to get Gen X comedy, come on with me. I got a bunch of people with me that can do it the same thing. If you want cooking, if you want travel, if you want whatever niche you want, there are hundreds, thousands of creators out there that will run down that bunny trail with you. And that's the beauty of social media, is that it's not the force-fed stuff that media says you have to watch. It's whatever you want, right? And so when you ask that question of, do I have favorite creators? Well, that's a hard question to answer because it really depends on what I'm feeling like digesting today, right? If I'm feeling like digesting Call of Duty streamers, I've got favorite creators over there. If I want comedy, I've got favorite creators over here. If I want cooking, I've got favorite creators over here. It's just such a perfected system of allowing you to have your flavors that it's impossible to say these are my top 5. Really hard.
So when you start scrolling through, like today, if you were to look at some TikTok videos, if you get stuck into a certain thing and you hit that video and you're like, hey, I want to see more of this.
Yeah, the algorithm pick you up and it'll take you on a ride. And that's
because I've got a lot of content creators that are all over TikTok that I absolutely love watching, and you're absolutely right. I get sucked into.
Once you get one going, the other one pops up, and you're like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Like the car guys. I love like Russ Flips Whips and Abe the Goat. These guys are comedians, but they do it at the car dealership, and they tell you like, "Hey, this is people buying cars from us and that kind of stuff."
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
so.
We have a DJ that we like that we'd love to have him on, but
I think everybody knows DJ Mike Tastic. His song has been playing on the radio like absolutely crazy. I don't know. Have you heard Mike Tastic?
Tastic. I probably have.
Okay.
Like I said, Tracy, if you send me your address, I'll send you a couple stickers.
Let me see if I can find something real quick. Just real quick.
He puts two songs together, and they're freaking awesome.
country and rap,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
So his latest one was the Luke Combs song.
Put it up.
I'm working on it, guys.
I
Give me
got
a
him.
minute.
I
You
got
guys
him.
talk. You got it? You bring it up. Can you bring? There it is.
Yeah, I've seen this guy before.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. I've seen him before.
Love to have him come on. I'd love to, get him in here and let him play some music.
So speaking of like stuff like that, Doc, what is his name? It's a guy that he'll redo like songs into metal, right? So he gets songs from like pops artists and he redoes them as like System of the Down or his God, now I can't remember his damn name. Love him though.
Is he the one where he'll read a thing and it says, do this song in the style
Yeah,
of,
do this song like that in the style
like Sick
of,
Puppy. Yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't think of his
he's
name.
blonde, he's got glasses.
Yes,
and it's always kind of like a dark
absolutely
background.
amazing.
He's
absolutely
a
amazing.
rock star.
Yep.
Rock star.
Yes. All right. So, guys, it looks like everybody's getting tired. I don't know what's going on here. Do you guys need coffee or? Listen, we asked you to come on the show for an hour, and you've been super gracious and allowed us to get that hour out of you, and we really do appreciate it. Like I said, we don't want to turn anything into an interview, just like to have a good conversation and ask questions kind of thing, a Q&A kind of thing. Is there anything you want to talk about, though? Is there, before we say, hey?
No, I mean, the one thing I'll say is if you guys are interested in our comedy tour, genxtakeover.com. That's the website for it. Go and sign up for alerts because after tomorrow, there'll be some really interesting stuff that you guys might want to see. There may be a cruise next year in November that we are the entertainment for. That's one of the things that we may talk about. So genxtakeover.com. That's the place. And of course, if you want any merch or anything like that, the hats that I've got, you can go into my link tree in my bio. But yeah, there's not really much I want to talk about other than just hanging out with you guys and shooting the shit.
No, that was awesome, man. We really appreciate you being a part of the show. I want to ask, can you do the voice and say something like, guys, this is why you check out Talking Shit or something like that? Would you do that for us? That way,
you want a cameo? You want a cameo right now?
So I can get Mark to clip it and say, "Oh, this is fantastic."
Give me. What do you want me to say?
I don't know, something like there's shows out there that you can watch, listen to, but there's this one where you can just go and talk shit, or something like that.
Okay, I got you.
Something like that.
All right,
hang on. Do you want to take us off the screen, Mark, and let him do this thing by himself?
You do whatever you want. You get your free cameo right here. So there are several podcasts out there right now that you could be watching. But there's one particular podcast that I enjoy where you could go on and just talk shit for hours. And it's those two guys from the Talking Shit podcast. Check them out on YouTube at Talking Shit.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Thank you.
For free cameo.
I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll absolutely use that. We're going to put that on our TikTok page. My TikTok. What is that noise?
My dog scratching on the couch.
Okay.
Quinn, stop. Quinny, stop.
All right. So let's go ahead and end the show here, Mark. John, you want to stick around? I know we wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, well,
we'll hang on.
Stick in the green room.
All right.
Let us do our little.
Yeah,
guys, don't forget to follow the Dadbod veteran on all his social medias. I posted them up there. I'll do it one more time for us. You got the TikTok at the Dadbod vet. You have youtube.com at the Dadbod veteran and facebook.com DBV Nation
and Instagram.
Oh, Mark didn't have that.
Veteran. And Twitch at DB Veteran.
DB Veteran. So, do you allow people to meet you on Twitch and come play?
Yeah, we actually just we brought our first person out of the comments yesterday, and he was pretty dang good. He's a Marine. He's pretty dang good.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll pull
Nice.
people out of the comments if we got space.
Nice. What is this? No Shave November coincidence? Yeah, I think not. Well, it's only October though, so we got to go. Yeah, we have chits for this. Don't worry, we're good. All right, guys, we're gonna end the show here. From us here at Talking Shit, my name is Brian,
I'm Mark.
and this is the Dadbod veteran right here, and we're out of here.
Have a good
Thanks,
night,
guys.
everyone.